So this is long overdue, but we are going to be looking at every single centre-back that you are willing to actually look at in FC24. We've taken out quite a lot, and there is a couple of players that we might want to see an upgrade for. The first one would be Tomori. Most definitely a lot of the kind of lower ones, Thiago Silva, Sanchez, even Walker nowadays, they are predominantly in the bottom now. Purely on the fact, you look at the list of team of the seasons we've got, there's just so many that would make it so much more difficult for any of them sort of low end to actually get in, to be honest. So with the pricing as well, it's just not going to happen. When we look at Gravadal, when we look at Kim Min-jae, Kimpembe, King, Thiago, even then, like I say, with Walker, Tomori, they are very bog standard. Now, some of them with only a single playstyle plus, which now as a defender is more important than ever. You've got some of the outliers, like you look at someone like a Maldini, if you went in a striker, an R9, a base Mbappe, they are going to be able to do it, but when it comes to the well, for instance, someone like Virgil. Virgil could definitely still do it. Even now, I think as a gold, he would only get so far now. He still is kind of one of the better centre-backs you can get, but there is so many others you can get that are just got so much more to give.
Are you looking for coins to improve your team? Then you need to head over to LootBar.gg, the most reliable and the best coin service you can find. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on LootBar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below.
So let's have a look at a few of them, because there is quite a lot of top end as well. When we look at someone like a Virgil, he's an easy one. We've got his normal team of the season, and then we've got the one downgrade to his team of the year. Very easy to rate him. He's absolute top dog. And to be honest, I feel like he still will be top dog for many games to come if he keeps that rating up there, because his body type, the way they've done his kind of just attributes in general, he is the perfect centre-back at the moment. That can change. There can be someone that dethrones him. We always saw the same with Ramos. We also saw the same with the likes of a Conte and a CDM. They have that time, and then eventually they go. Then if we look kind of across the board, another one that does come to mind, Ramos. Absolutely brilliant. He again is just another centre-back that his body type will never change. He's always perfect when he gets this level of a card. He's just everything. When we look at a few of the others, like a Bastoni now, it doesn't look terrible. I don't think he really comes in at a great rating in my eyes, or great stats in my eyes, in comparison to what we have got. In terms of what he's got from Playstyle Pluses, I like the Anticipate, I like the Slide Tackle. It gets him so far up the list, but once was an S to an S+, now starting to come down. Sanchez, I'd say he's quite an easy one at the bottom. Akanji, it's very much like Bastoni now. We've had centre-backs that just absolutely trump him, where when we look at the kind of like the Hankos, the Bisseks, they are absolute top dogs now with the triple playstyle plus, with more pace, with more defending. They've just leveled up as progression normally works that way. We look at someone like a Vidic. I think Vidic has dropped down from an S+ now. I would say he's an easy medium to low S, but he's definitely up there. Lucio still will go at the top. Same as Company. Some things just never change with them, and I cannot wait to see the potential upgrade of the Euro heroes if we get that, and then also the Shapeshifter heroes as well, and then finally the Footies heroes, which will be the kind of main factor once going into the final bit of the game. When it comes to Varane, I think he's a phenomenal card. Obviously, he didn't get anything for team of the season. I don't think anybody's too surprised, but the 90 was definitely a nice treat that we got prior to it, and very much like Bastoni, the Anticipate Slide Tackle really works well in his favour, but I don't think he's quite up there with the level. Now, one that I'm a personal fan favourite of is in my team. I've seen him in a load of teams, and that is Hanko. I don't know what they've made of him, but genuinely this card is just insane. For the value that you're paying, he may be one of my favourites just out of everybody I've played with. He just absolutely works. He is a team of the season plus as well, so you don't have to worry about chemistry too much. But the Anticipate, the block works, the power head is nice as an extra threat. he's just perfect. I don't know what the quantifiable data is, because most of these have got absolute top level. I just think in terms of the price, I would probably go more S, I'm just keeping you on your toes, but in terms of what you can actually get for that price, he is the number one I would pick. For 63,000 is an easy one. Tap Sober, I'd go one below, to be honest. I don't think he's quite in my fan favourites. And Bemba, I would go in probably the one below it as well. We've got to have some very bottom standard ones. Of course we do. Not everybody can be absolutely top of the top. It's just what happens. You get kind of these extra few that just make the pack weight more than anything. But we do still get some decent ones, most definitely. There's a few that you kind of look at and think, okay, he's actually a lot better than expected. And to be honest, one of them is going to be Tar. Tar is phenomenal. He's had an incredible, probably you could say a perfect season with Leverkusen. Same as Incape. I think both of them together have been wonderful in this team of the season grouping. One from the Live, one from the Bundesliga. And they both possess now the stats. Incape was, I think, an A+ last time, purely on the fact he only just came out in that 90. Since then, getting the double upgrade, he's absolutely transformed. You could have still put him into a 93 as well with an evolution. It would have taken the team of the season out of him, so he would have been a green card instead, which I wasn't a fan of, to be honest, but they did change it after that, which I suppose is a big fair enough. Todibo, quite an easy one, to be honest. I actually expected him to be better. I really did. After the first card that we got from him, which was the Fantasy, was an 89 SBC, I don't think that got an upgrade at all. It might have got one, but I'm pretty sure he didn't go all the way with it. We now have the 91. The power header I'm okay with, as long as they've got an anticipate, a slide tackle, an aerial, something that is just there for the defensive reasons. If we've got power header, probably not aerial. But he's got the bruiser. It's an okay one, but it needs to be mixed with something like an anticipate. That's the number one to go to, but he's got block instead. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. I think block is a brilliant one, but I need to have that certain playstyle plus, because the pace defending and physical kind of mix-up only gets you so far now. And I must admit, coming into team of the season, it's massive how much a playstyle plus, or three of them, can really make or break a card. There's some cards that just see past it and they are fantastic, but most definitely for him, I expected him to be better. Eric Dyer, to be honest, I just didn't see it in him, to be fair. I really thought he was at the kind of bottom category there. We've obviously got Vertonghen and also Outerweald from somewhere. I don't know where he's gone. But again, very bog standard cards, nothing too crazy going on. Where is Outerweald? Thought I saw him somewhere. We're going for Tongan, or did I make him up in my head? I don't know. I have them two as a pairing. I thought Outerweald. Where is he? Oh, there he is, 93. So I did get him somewhere. I don't know. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's there. The two pairings, the Tottenham centre-back pairing was absolutely nuts, with Vertonghen as a left-back for quite some time. They've had a nice upgrade, but body type in-game is unfortunately just not enough. Konate, very good SBC. I think, again, from the Prem, he was an easy one to put in if you are looking for that level up. He wasn't necessarily my go-to centre-back, especially because we did have Hanko at that point. You more than likely had another centre-back from Fantasy, from any icons. For instance, I have Vidic, I have Kohler on the bench, you have a Cordoba that's definitely not to be messed with. It was quite a lot to put 500k into a card that I thought was very good, but he could have been better. He's got the aerial, he's got the block, and he's got the bruiser. And I think the stats definitely make up, in terms of body type and all that, make him at least desirable, especially in the Prem, French, Liverpool centre-back. It's a good mix-up, but the Anticipate really would have sold this card for me, especially after using Virgil for so long and needed an Anticipate next to whoever was going to be his partner. Marquinhos. Marquez, still up there. That card is just broken, I swear. I don't think they've actually patched him in any way or form, because he still absolutely runs it. He's just a weird one that works, and he still has an SBC as well, which is fantastic in himself. The one player I am confused about, we didn't get a Diaz. I don't know why I'm only just coming into this fall, but we actually didn't get a Diaz. Now, I still think Diaz is up there, same as Renard. Renard has two versions as well. She does have her 95 team of this year and also the team of the season. Both phenomenal cards. Very, very good. Obviously, with Renard, she had at that point for the team of the year, the perfect double play style plus in aerial and also anticipate. It seemed to be the big one that everybody wanted. Now, unfortunately, we didn't necessarily get a slide tackle, which would have been my favourite. We did get the block. So we got anticipate, aerial and block. I think that's a pretty good mix-up, to be honest. With the upgrades she got, it was mainly just a +1 across the board, nothing too crazy, which you could kind of expect from a card that already was absolutely the top of her game. Mappy Leon, I'd happily go in a very, very low A+. I think it was looking at... No, to be fair, I probably could go with A. I'm going very low. More than likely, that's where she'd go if anything. She got a decent upgrade. She's got the anticipate, but most definitely stat-wise is now being dwarfed by everybody else. We got Cordoba. I think he's still up there in terms of a centre-back, but he's not quite in that S. Same as Kola. I think for me, Vidic definitely held his value, whereas now we're starting to see the decrease of them. Militao is just there. He's broken. He is absolutely broken. I was surprised we didn't get any sort of flashback moments or something from him that could have pushed him into that team of the season. Anticipate aerial play style pluses. He's one of them centre backs that just is like a Virgil. He's got everything you need. Desai, I'd happily go into an A+ as well. I think he's dropped down a little bit. And again, another card I do like more pushed up a little bit, even though this year I think he definitely favours more of a centre-back. He could be pushed up into like a CDM and held himself there, but he would need the shapeshifter card on him because he is very much centre-back orientated at the moment. Sol Campbell, definitely going down a little bit. We've got Nestor as well. I could give him high hopes, but I don't think he'd go too quite up there. And to be honest, same as Maldini. I think the base version of him now is unfortunately way in the mud. Whereas I do think you could argue with the Maldini now. I think he's not quite at this level anymore. And that I didn't think I'd ever say because he has always been one of the best centre-backs in the game, if not the best. Like, it was only normally Virgil that would kind of compete with him. But I think the intercept quick step partnership is just not enough in my opinion. He's got the stats that are very good, but it comes down to then in-game, and it just doesn't work for my personal preference. Whereas Rio, I think, does. And again, there's going to be loads of arguments between that. Everybody has their opinion. This is just personally mine when it comes to centre-backs. Rio has definitely outperformed in that Team of the Year card. Puyol can definitely go at the bottom. Blanc, I would happily drop down to kind of like that the A+ now. Cannavaro, to be honest, I think I'd be a bit harsh going in the B+. I'd probably go a low A nearly into it. Orban's definitely down at the bottom now. De Ligt would go kind of there. Carlos Alberto, definitely favoured more as a right back now. And to be honest, just because he can play centre back doesn't mean he has to. But I do think as a centre back, he still puts up the numbers. I've been a massive, massive fan of him for quite some time. Yashin would definitely go towards now with the Maldini. Not having the lengthy type as well is just a big kind of a blow to him. Bright would start to slowly sink down. To be fair with her, I could probably even go an A now. I think she was great when the Team of the Year came out. The aerial was fantastic. The extra stat boost, 94 centre back, that was just unheard of at that point. I just think she has kind of lost a little bit from it. Then we've obviously got the centre back 91. Carvalho, to be honest, I'd probably go into the B+ now. I think that one would cause a lot of controversy. So we'll go one more up because I don't personally like him anymore. I don't think he works. Romero could have been better. Really, really could have been better, but he didn't get no upgrades, unfortunately. Sule, he just didn't have it, did he? He's come from the road to the final. He wasn't the centre-back that we needed. Simikan, I quite liked him, to be fair. I think as an SBC, he was very good pricing, so I've got to try and take that out of it because pricing-wise, he was absolutely bang on. 53,000, never going to argue. Slide tackle, intercept, ping pass. It's a very unorthodox playstyle pluses, but for the price, was brilliant. But he definitely wasn't the Hanko. St. Just, very good centre-back. Love the pace on him. He's kind of another one of them cheap beasts, but wasn't quite as defining as what Hanko was for me. We then have a bug standard Team of the Season. Banusi, one that I really didn't think we'd get for a while. 93 rated. He's obviously now in the Turkish league. He's gone away from the German team. I think, who was he at? It was at Union Berlin, wasn't it? So he's now got himself the block. He's got himself the intercept and also the pinged pass. he's nice, but not nice enough in my opinion. Gabriel, another one that I think could have gone up more. I think he's had a sensational season, so it is a shame to see him be so low rated. And I know we kind of have that Prem curse where live was kind of good. If we take it as like a community, was decent. You got your first introduction into team of the season. Prem seems to be the harshest ratings we get. Then we go into the next one, which normally is kind of like La Liga, Liga 1. We got Bundesliga this time round, and some of the upgrades were really good. Then into Liga 1, started to get a little bit better. La Liga blew everything out of the water with very high ratings, and then Serie A is going to do exactly the same. We're going to have some absolutely crazy ratings, and then Ultimate just seals it off with the deal. Bisek, I think everybody would absolutely love this card. Same as Marquinhos. I think he again is another incredible centre-back. The playstyle plus on him are perfect. Saliba is a hard one because I don't know if everybody would believe me if they want me to put him in S+, because I do think he's absolutely up there. I really do. I think for the price that you're paying at 530 with the playstyle pluses, the upgrade from that Team of the Year SBC one is just perfect. He's a brilliant centre-back, and it's kind of where I would have expected Gabriel to be honest. Upamecano would be the one lower, same as Lucas Hernandez and Kayunde. Greenwood. Now, some of the women, I know one of them from the Man City lot, the Spanish lady, I think is it Lopez, got a great card. Greenwood, little bit lower. She's got the anticipate, but then she has the power header and long ball pass. It's not going to give you enough, unfortunately. 5'6" as a centre-back. I could give her the rating, and that's really about it. Whereas we did get the 93 Spanish Man City defender in Lopez. 93 rated, pinged pass, jockey, and intercept. Again, maybe not the craziest, but her stats are a little bit better in my opinion. They just absolutely work. Houghton, quite an easy one to go at the bog standard, really. Arejo is unbelievable. Same as Rudiger, another absolutely cracking one, was kind of just below Ramos in my opinion. Schlotterbeck would go into the A+ for me. Medina, yeah, there. Irene's got the potential to be up there. Like, she's 93 at the moment. She's obviously a showdown SBC that hasn't finished yet. 200,000 coins could potentially go to that 95. 88 pace could potentially go to 90. 94 defending could go to 96. And 90 physical to 92. She has that possibility to really be up there. She has got the jockey slide and long ball pass. She has got amount. I don't know if even... I don't think maybe you could go above or beyond with her. I think she probably sits at an A and then maybe goes up into an A+ with the upgrade, depending on how they actually upgrade her personally. And then we look at someone like Otamendi, did manage to get his double upgrade into the live, 91 rated with anticipate and jockey, unfortunately one of the ones that didn't get the triple play style, and he would happily sit into that A+. Now that is going to be everybody so far. Let me know down below, agree, disagree, who's your favourite centre-back, what is your pairing, do you play with a 2 or a 3? Let me know down below, and I catch you all for the next one. Peace.